Who cares? Let me just tell you this so that you can put this in your hip pocket. If you serve God and you trust God, you will be misunderstood, you will be talked about, and people will say things about you that's totally untrue. I can't tell you how many conversations I've had with people who didn't know who I was, who knew more about the history of our church than I did. They knew how we started. I started it when I was in prison. It's a true story. I said, really? I said, what was he in prison for? Oh, he had court dates and everything. Here's what he had done. Really? That's incredible. But you know what? I used to chase things around like that. And when I first became a pastor, I was concerned about what people said about me. And I was always defending things. We would make decisions as a staff, things that had to get done. People would misunderstand it and they would talk about us. We've let staff members go because of reasons that I can't disclose to you, but you're just going to have to trust us. It was a good reason for them to let go. But when we let them go, the story gets out in the populace, and you know what? It gets spun, it gets twisted. And you know what happens? People come back to you and say, you are so unfair. How would you treat those people like that? You don't have any idea what they did. I can't believe you would treat them that unfairly. Now, you know what I could do? I could unload all that I knew, and I could assassinate the character of the person that they think they're defending. But you know what we learned to do? Just, you're going to have to trust us. We're not going to tell you. We had good reason, biblical reason, for doing what we did. Well, but here's what they said. That's what they said. You're going to have to trust us as leadership. Because you know what we know? Even though someone makes a mistake and they should have to step down because they're dangerous or toxic, we know this, that God can still use them and God loves them. And so we're not going to destroy them among the arena of public opinion. We'll let them walk away. And we're not going to gang up with rocks and kill them. Well, what about what everybody's saying? You know, if they knew the whole story, let's tell them the whole story. No, let's don't tell them the whole story. It wouldn't matter. Let me tell you this. Here's what I've learned, and you can learn this too. You can spend your life defending yourself, and that's all the defense you'll ever have. Or you can let God defend you, and that'll be plenty. Stay on your game. I don't have time to chase around all the innuendos, all the false truths, all the lies that's been told about me or anybody else. I don't have time for that. Because you know why? Because I have a mission, a purpose for which I'm here, and so do you. And if you're not careful, the enemy will get you off your game. You're chasing around what so-and-so said about you, and someone said this, and someone... No, let that go. You don't have to defend yourself. Here's what I'll tell you. One day we'll stand before God, and everybody's going to be there. And the truth on that day will come out.